Good evening and welcome to 365 Days of Amazing Stories with Theo Mayer. Here we are on day 289, and I'm sure that you are as curious as I am as to what happens to Tiidu next. On this deserted island by himself, he goes through this amazing transformation, having eaten those beautiful apples, and then reverses it after eating some nuts. He tries it again to see if these two really work in opposition to each other, and he finds that in fact they do. Now, through his mind, he goes, this is an amazing thing. Perhaps I could seek my fortune this way. And in his mind, he's already come up with a plan. Now remember that when he first got on the island, he did not worry about the riches that he had lost at all. He thought more about his family, his parents, what he'd put them through, how he'd been quite lazy and disobedient, and hadn't been a good son, having disappeared altogether from their lives. When he fell asleep, he dreamt of that old man again. The old man came to him and spoke with him and told him to remember what his true gift was, and that of all things was what he should share with others. Tiidu woke up from that dream, and in the dream the man had told him that because upon losing his wealth he had not worried about it, but had worried more about his family, that he was going to leave him a set of pipes. Now, that day that Tiidu had his nose get large and then had reduced it and figured out what all that was about, he had woven himself a basket, and he'd gathered both apples and nuts and put them in that basket. Now, when he woke up in the morning, lo and behold, there's a set of pipes in the basket. Tiidu was delighted. And when one is presented with something that brings such joy, Tiidu immediately picked those pipes up and began to play. Now, it just so happened that in his joy of playing, sitting there on that beach under a beautiful tree, he looked out at sea. And what should he see but a ship sailing directly toward that island? It weighed anchor some distance offshore. A boat was lowered, and men came in to the island. Their surprise was great upon seeing Tiidu, but they had come into that island to get fresh water. Tiidu inquired, of course, as to where they were going. They told him that, of course, they would take him along. But when he found out that they were going back to Kungla, he was delighted. The captain gave him a place to sleep, food to eat, and Tiidu offered to play his pipes at any point in time, whenever the captain desired. And so they made their passage to Kungla. And there, Tiidu, after thanking the captain and the crew, bid them all farewell, and now went into the streets of Kungla and sat beneath that tree that he had sat beneath often before and began to play his pipes. Now the people had not heard any great music since Tiidu had left, and so when they saw him again under that tree, they flocked around him and filled his hat with coins. And we'll leave the story there for now.